I am not sure that these bomb attacks necessarily a sign of Al-Shabaab's strength. They may actually be an indication of its increasing desperation, because while they remain very capable of mobilizing quickly and mounting high-profile, deliberately mediagenic attacks in urban areas, in fact, their capacity on the ground may be diminishing.
The new US administration is threatening to cut a great deal of funding to the United Nations. How much would such a funding cut impact on the work you do on the ground?
Well, it's very fresh. I mean, I have to say the Americans are very important actors in Somalia. They've invested a lot in the security sector. I mean, I think the argument I would make is that insecurity and instability in Somalia is not going to help the US or indeed any other country address some of their domestic priorities, whether they relate to immigration or they relate to the spread of violent extremism. And the argument that I make is, Somalis enjoying peace and stability is good news for the security of the neighbours and indeed of Western countries to which Somalis will continue to try and migrate if their own country does not offer them hope and a future.
Michel Djotadir seizes control in the Central African Republic in March 2013. He leads a group of fighters known as Seleka and removes President Francois Bozize from power. Djotadir becomes the first Muslim president in the mostly Christian country, but the fighting doesn't end. The Muslim-led Seleka rebels are accused of attacking Christian civilians. There are reports of executions, torture and looting. In August, Djotadir disbands the Seleka and many join the army. But this doesn't stop some of the former rebels, and the violence gets worse. Members from the Christian population fight back. A movement is formed, known as Anti-Balaka. The group targets former Seleka fighters and anyone seen as supporting them. There are attacks and counter-attacks. French and African peacekeepers are overwhelmed. Eventually, ordinary people from both religions are fighting each other, a new phenomenon in the Central African Republic. Haider Abbasi, Al Jazeera.
Al-Shabaab militants on Friday morning attacked a Kenyan military base in the Somali town of Kulbiyo, an area that is located near Kenya's border with Somalia. The number of casualties has still not been officially confirmed, though the militant group claims to have killed dozens of Kenyan soldiers. In response, the Kenyan military spokesperson indicated that claims from the group were false, as the operation to pursue the terrorists was ongoing. The attack started when a truck filled with explosives detonated at the base, followed by heavy gunfire and an infantry attack. According to witnesses, the militants attacked the town and captured the base in the morning incident in what seems like a copy-paste attack to last year's attack at the El Ade base. Earlier this month, the country marked the first anniversary of the deadly attack in Somalia, where nearly 150 soldiers were killed. Al-Shabaab has often launched attacks on troops of the African Union forces, mostly made up of soldiers from Kenya, Djibouti, Uganda, Ethiopia and other African countries.